Hi guys, welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. One take session, no edits, no cuts. You know what this is. It's about GameStop fundamentals. We're 3 days away, millionaires. 3 days away. Now, if people don't really understand why I'm so hyped, it's not because GameStop has the potential to go positive or any of that nature. It's just what is leading up to quarter four, quarter three, and then of course this GameStop player that was announced. That game launcher, it can be the game changer for it all as far as where the company's headed and the direction it's going. But if we're going to look at the balance sheet, let's talk about it and let's give it out in detail. And here's what I have for GameStop. First, let's look at the chart. If you look at GameStop, yes, it looks amazing. V recovery, we drew out this trend line about 3 weeks ago, and it's kept pace the whole way through. You see it, it's running right on par. I've been on record to say I think GameStop can hit up to $34 after earnings if they're solid and we come in the clear. We're now, Wall Street projects we're going to lose around 12 cents a share. That's going to be $36 million. Do I think we're going to lose that? No. Do I think they're giving us any wiggle room? Slightly, a little bit. I mean, it's tough, man. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Because if GameStop wants to go positive, their margins have to be the same that they were last quarter. The only issue with that is that was Christmas. It's tough. It's tough. During Christmas time, you're probably selling a lot of consoles and a lot of collectibles, things of that nature. But that's where our margins are. But beyond all that, let's just go ahead and look at the numbers for what they are, the raw data itself. I'm going to bring up the balance sheet right here, and this is GameStop. So now GameStop, as you look at it, guys, I want you guys to pay attention. I was paying attention to a couple other stats here, but I want to go to the income statement. And as we go to the income statement, we're going to look at a thing, and I've said this before, the SG&A, where they hit SG&A basically quarter one of last year. They hit it, one-time expenses. You guys know what they did. They paid severance packages. They were buying digital assets. They were doing so many other things as far as the deal goes with IMX. That deal had just got announced. Then they also announced that they were going to prepare for a stock split, which they did not announce at the annual shareholders meeting. We've only split this stock less than a year ago. I don't even think people realize that, but time's flying, and we're sitting here just looking at it. But yes, 452. And I will tell you that we actually lowered our SG&A $100 million last year, for last quarter, versus last year. So could we do the same now? Absolutely. I think it could even be more drastic than that. But I'm going to leave it where it's at. I'm going to say $100 million. And why? Because we've once had, I know it says 387 that next quarter, but we literally had, and just to give you an example, if our SG&A was lowered about $70 million, look at what our profit was. We only managed to swing over around $40 million because we were still hiding money in the second quarter. I think next quarter as well, just so that we can prep ourselves for the next video, just so we know, the 387 can come down around $50 million, $40 million in that range, and that's going to hit your bottom line. So you're going to be negative $50 million? Nah, we're better operators than that, and I can prove it. So here's how this works for us. So as we go down, I just want to make sure this bar's here. Let's go over some. And we'll look at this here. So as you're looking at GameStop here on SG&A, 452 for quarter one is what it was last year, the same quarter. But previously, $370 million. So about $80 million, $82 million is the increase for GameStop's SG&A. But mind you, you want to get to 370? Too easy. We're going to go back to normal, what we were doing before, but let's think about the other things, the other factors. We've closed a fulfillment center. We've closed 68 GameStops. I almost said Costco. Oh my God. No edits, no cuts. I don't care. But we've closed up the call center. We've closed up the fulfillment center. We've closed up the GameStops. We've tightened it up. We've become better operators. We now have a different pay scale on how we pay employees. No overtime, holidays off, things of that nature. But as you're looking at the restructuring of this company and the rebalancing of the balance sheet, I think it's a $100 million swing. So what does that mean? That means that just on SG&A, just on the controllables, guys, and that's employment, that's maintenance, that's supplies, and that's outside services. Just on that alone, they can control $100 million of this company. Swing it. We're great there. Now let's think about what this company does. Are we selling product? Are we actually thriving in this economic woes, these downward times where people are not shopping retail? And I've told you this, guys, and I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. Best Buy is down 8%, 6% on entertainment, and that's video games. Target, they're not even part of the conversation. Everyone's losing on these key categories that GameStop's winning. So what do I feel? I feel $36 million is tangible. I think it's easy. I think we can get. I don't want to say it's easy. I never want to take for granted what GameStop does, but I'm going to tell you they literally have the playbook written right in front of you to say, you know what, we might either lose 30 million or we might just keep this party going and make a little more. I like the number. I like where it's hidden. The only number that concerns me is the prepaid expenses, the gift cards that were down via the new year, but that's okay. They show up as a liability versus what they would be as an asset on the backside. But to make up for all of that, guys, to make up for any profit that you might not see, go look at what we call cash. That cash flow is real. And why? Because we're taking marketable securities and we're putting it on the market and we're cashing out on it. We're making money. We're not just sitting on a mountain full of cash. We're not just sitting on our war chest. We're literally letting it make money for us. And that will equate to a dividend to you, the shareholder, one day. I don't know when it's going to get announced. I don't know how it's going to happen or why it's going to happen. I'm just letting you know that's the lighter to the rocket. That's me right there with the book of matches. And I'm just like, all right, I'm going to spark this damn thing. Because the truth is, once GameStop announces they're giving out a dividend, I'll let you see what happens to the stock. And then that's how you become eligible for the S&P 500. We need to have a market cap well over $12 billion, 12.3, I believe. We have to be in around the $42 price range per share, which we've been before. But once we're there, you can now be introduced as long as we make a profit annually, which we will. In the trailing 12, right, in the T12, you're going to see exactly what happens with GameStop and the fundamentals and how it looks on the books. Give it 2 more quarters, guys. You give it 2 more quarters, you get this 150 off the books. You get the 108 off the books. That's $260 million that you're going to get off the books. And now all we're talking about is GameStop is, they made $40 million. They were negative $40 million for the past 2 quarters. So you're going to find out exactly what GameStop's worth really soon. I'm so excited. 3 days away, guys, from one more. I'm going to be like this every quarter for the rest of my life. I'm just going to keep doing it because I believe in GameStop. Always, in always. Let it play on you. Let the words play on you. But I believe this till the day I die. I will be buying GameStop. I will be playing video games because it's what I produce. It's what I want. I produce gamers. That's what they are. I play games my whole life. And I'm just so ecstatic. I can't, guys. It's Sunday. I'm going to go work out right now. I'm going to go lose this pound that I need to lose this evening. But I'm going to tell you something else, guys. Keep grinding your damn self. Stay busy. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'm going to be live the whole day. I don't care. Rain or shine, I'm going to be live, and we're going to be watching this damn thing together. But it is GameStop, guys. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Peace. There it is.